awesome um, music, and then watch Scott's stream as the ending.
Yeah,
That's fair.
It's very good.
I too can be a
fine.
doomer, but I don't want to make it my entire my planet's problem.
See, Scott?
All right, let's go.
That's what adding a healer and a tank to your queue does.
Insanity! It went from 20 minutes to instant. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I don't think I've done this since I actually beat it the first time.
Time to watch the cutscene.
Oh, yes!
Let's,
I'm just happy. I like this. It's epic.
to me, my heaven's ward. What a name.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Yeah, squat up. Exciting.
Such awesome music. It's a little bold.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright.
There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even some die.
Enjoy your card, Scott. Do
will.
lots of damage.
By the way, I've done this a whole lot, so if I don't call on mechanics, it's just I don't Endwalker.
Ditto. Oh shoot! Speaking of,
Ow.
like I look to the right and I'm like, oh right, that.
Live and learn. Ah, fuck, it's a massive titan. Blocks all mechanics. Blocks my fucking sight.
Oh shoot, it's happening again, run! Oh,
I was out of the way.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. That is the hardest part of the fight.
Yeah. You have to like really pay attention to what I'm doing now.
Alright.
There's a random
Sides.
side. Go to the side.
Oh. I headed the wrong way.
Umi, where are you? I need you to raise all these people.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone healer too.
No, because then we need to die once to the spoiler. I just love how the music is a remix of all the final boss themes. That's so cool.
Really cool.
All of us have known despair.
The heads are gonna shoot straight forward.
Are there gaps between them? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did I get that down? Oh, we need to. Oh, they hold it. Okay, cool.
We have seen the end.
Watch the planets.
Okay.
Go left.
The spinning.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm gonna go back over here, actually.
Oh, that's right. Time shenanigans. Joy.
Again and again.
That's cool. Getting out of the way, Titan.
Oh, yes. Summoner, you don't get to look at mechanics anymore. Character.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Stay right.
Stay right.
Scott's like, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move at all.
Well, I'm gonna casually press short cast.
Nice, Scott. That was very cool.
I saw that Aether scoot. Very good.
I'm proud of that. I've gotten better at it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I think they all shoot lasers in front of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
never
moving to
mind.
puddles.
Oh, puddles.
They're spreading.
Should be a safe spot. Should be a safe.
Lord me!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, and there goes the one.
So lonely. Stars.
What's going on? Is this the thing?
Oh,
No, it's just Shinryu. Y'all remember from the movie Interstellar?
I do.
I actually just watched that recently.
Saw that you were out. That's when you have good ping. You can do the mechanic.
Ping be good mechanic.
Oh,
Five.
Science.
sights. Got it.
She going to spit hot fire.
None of that, ma'am.
We have seen the
Is this the planet?
I think it's angry.
Oh no, this is just. Here it is. I'm ready. I'm ready. And undo button. I can also undo shenanigans. Also,
let's
wait a
see.
To the
second.
right.
To the right.
Back.
Yeah.
Back.
More here.
That's just the thingy again.
It's gonna explode again, so don't want to go back. Wait, no, a new?
There's a new one as well.
Oh,
Oh, no.
forward.
Forward.
Okay.
Oh shit! What the?
That is super far.
And then that one's gonna explode probably.
Oh, this is getting nasty.
the same end
Yeah.
again.
All right, we
Sure,
may
it's
die,
okay,
but that's
but-
okay. God, this is some shenanigans.
Where's my earthly star?
And then that one's gonna explode.
I'm gonna get to a safe spot and then I'll hardcast you up.
No worries.
Y'all better move because I'm not moving.
Nope. I gotta get out of this chair. Now let's set the rise.
Let's do this.
Good time for me to get the rise. Thank you, Cotton. Here we go.
Oh shoot, feathers, we gotta move them.
In middle.
Middle.
Oh, you're right.
Ethereal manipulation.
Your hubris.
Don't worry, off tank. I will cool downs for you.
All of
Because
us
I can.
have known despair.
Head laser beams.
Middle?
Okay.
Look how she did a Hades mechanic when Hades started.
Stars.
This is the AoE, right?
Nope. Oh, never mind.
Oh, we're doing this again.
Back,
Behind us?
Right?
No, we gotta go forward. We gotta go
Forward.
forward. Guys, I said behind us when I was saying where it was going, not where we should be going. My mistake. But y'all did it just fine.
Tis so lonely.
Ooh, is it time?
Stars.
Oh wait, this is Shinryu again, isn't it? No, wait, this is. Oh, this is Shinryu. Ooh.
Does Shinru have a mechanic like that?
I just, whenever the boss disappears to fly across the arena in a giant line, I call it Shinryu.
Or just like Bad Arts?
Shut up.
Middle.
If there is no happiness in life,
This is new. That's what we've been doing. Oh dear.
Let's go. Little weird
one
fetus.
it may be.
Oh, wait, isn't that just a Stormblood boss?
That's the siren, isn't it?
Yeah,
Cyrus.
Lorelei.
Oh, we gotta kill her, don't we?
Dude,
Yes,
this is just
indeedy.
like showing how much they love Stormblood.
Gross. Oh, despair. Alright, I see what's going on.
Oh wait, look at the line.
The line?
Move away.
Oh! Alright.
Oh, I see.
You said look at the line, I was like, alright, I gotta stare at it?
My brain had a fart there, and I didn't notice a go away from my musical.
Oh, this is my least favorite part of the fight.
Yeah, this is the black mages you don't get to do anything part of the fight.
Luckily for me, I have 2 stacks of swift casts.
This sounds like it's AoE. Yes, it is AoE. Alright,
I believe it. She loves that game.
Here we go.
here we go.
Tank, save us! 10
Right after
seconds
5 seconds,
until
Daniel.
oblivion. 5 seconds until oblivion. Sick.
Dynamis.
Yeah, we got Dynamis too.
Yeah. That's what we do.
It's in our blood.
No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
Wait, Beethoven, isn't that the thing where she rewinds the...
Everyone's done.
Uh-oh. We're gonna need another tank limit for anyone
Give us another limit break.
Yeah. Oh.
Your time has come. It always
Oh.
We need another tank limit break.
Uh-oh. You're telling me
Award, come on, let's go.
we're fucked! Alright, come on! We got this! No!
It's worth a shot.
Well, you know, I shake everyone's hands. Unless. Yeah!
Here we go.
No. Let it be. The pain. The loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter
What a
the
heal
cost.
check.
Gotta press buttons.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw.
She's getting attack damage ups. This is a soft enrage.
This can only end in misery and desolation.
Yeah, it's a DPS check. So press down buttons.
Also have like 7 stacks of damage up.
The universe itself.
This is only going to get harder and harder to heal through.
None should hope for better.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Do you think you can fall off?
Yes.
Oh.
On a text. I mean, I'd rescue you, but then we'd risk having this fucking scholar fuck up the heal check, and that would just be really uncool. But the thought crossed my mind.
Yes, you can fall off.
Yeah! Alright, I'll mute.
Find Scott's stream.
Oh yeah, let me link it real fast. I put it in a FF chat.
Happiness.
We did it! Thanks to... We did it, everyone. I'd upvote Cotton and Dan, but... I cannot. Upvotes Cotton and Dan emotionally? Yes. Much love. Thank you, fellas. I really appreciate it.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. that which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time. On Atheris.
We created it together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, will restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more. Nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know, but I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await.
But will I clash with Xenos?
Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
Bird up! I want to fight Xenos in the Infinite Blue. Tekken, right now! You and me, Xenos! Please, yes. Let's finish this. You and I, Xenos, on the Infinite Blue. Yes!
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero?
My friend. My rival! Come on. Let's see what your spacing game is
Hear
like.
me, then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe.
What a good shot.
Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you to issue challenge and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That I cannot deny. What a... Yeah!
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
I've been waiting for this for so long. Smirk! Oh, the music! Defeat Xenos! No, wait, finally! Face me, Xenos! Oh, wait, I have to leave the party. Alright. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be back. Yes! Kick his ass. Will do. Xeno's soul is ablaze with passion. The space comes alive with dynamis. Your soul burns brighter. Your power swells.
Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine! Ha! Still fighting you, I see.
Shinryu powers activate.
unlimited fortitude. Soon you will know the full extent of my power. Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking!
Diamond dust. Ah, I see. Dodged!
Test of your reflexes! A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes!
Oh, you got me that time.
Test of your reflexes!
There we go. Finished him with the blizzard.
Ah, my soul! How it burns!
More? Yeah, give me more!
I know you, the inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
Unlimited!
Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet! Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! Mine for the taking!
Oh, you got me that time.
Have you no rage left for me? No rancor? I have you! Mine for the taking!
Dang it.
Have I overestimated your potential?
Not yet, Xenos. I got plenty of strength left. You're just a little tough.
A test of your reflexes!
Just gotta get used to your moves, buddy.
I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! A test of your reflexes! I have you! for the taking! No! Not yet! Not until the last of me is spent! Ah! Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
Let's go! Yeah! Fisticuffs! Sick. That was awesome. That was really cool. That is the best way to wrap up our rivalry with Xenos. Of all places, too. That was that felt really satisfying. God damn. So you said no items, Fox only, final destination.
That I should lose again. How disappointing.
That's my friend.
Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding. Brilliant.
What are we? We're friends.
Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden?
Hashafont.
Did you find fulfillment?
Oh, hey. No, that wasn't Xenos. That was ours. I think. The one we threw initially. Or maybe this is our friends helping out. Mom, pick me up. Tataru, help me.
When you're... Please.
Someone, and
Please.
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
What a way to end things. Wow. Wow.
Are you with us?
This is a 10 out of 10. I'm so glad I was able to enjoy this experience
Thank the heavens.
with all of you.
For a moment we thought...
Is everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person
Burger Cat, my boy.
to be asking that.
Ah, the fanfare. The
How
main
can you keep your
theme.
promise if you're not here?
Astinian.
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Oh, of course you stole her. Wouldn't want to
Put
break your
yourself
poor
in our
heart.
place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain?
God, Urianger, always shifty.
That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteon appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life.
I can explain.
Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Dorian can explain. Listen, he can explain. The bunnies!
Oh, those were cries of celebration!
Of course, Living Way.
Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier
I couldn't wuss out on a 1v1.
I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Especially on Infinite Blue.
Excellent. Let us announce our return at once.
You always throw down on Infinite Blue.
I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see.
Sorry, Infinite Azure.
Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
Oh boy. I kind of wish all the Primals got voice lines. Oh, not just Garuda and Ravana, but... I'm sorry, not just Garuda and Susano, but I was happy with what I heard. Let's see how insane this is about to be.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
Let us revel! Hey, Merlin. Lord Emmerich, we got a date. Still gotta finish that date. Hey, it's Lord Lolorito and Nanamo and Pippin. The Gridanians, who I never spent any time with, ever. Whoops. Oh, it's worst location. Hey, Garleans. Double date with Rick and Burger? You're right. Hey, it's the Winter Dragon. Or Vitra. There we go. Vitra. The folks of Stormblood, the best location in Kugane. Nigel Butts? Thank you, Cotton, for your keen eye. Hey, Sid! Cry with Tataru. It's the gang, it's the squad! We save the world!
It's the Ragnarok! We're back!
God, Nero. Fuck.
Heavens.
Bugs are happy too. They're buddies!
Welcome.
I love to see that. God, that fop.
Yes!
Oh, the Lammy is crying. Aww. This is so sweet. Even he's crying. God, Asahi reappearing shook me. Tataru!
everyone!
Aw. Cryo, catch her! God, stairs must be such a danger for Lalafell. How do they do it? They just roll? Fuck, you're right. What a way to end things with Xenos.
Welcome home!
I'm still. Whew. Man. That's gonna stick with me for a while. I'm so glad I remembered the Shinryu boss fight in those moments. Whew. I was like, wait a second, water? Puddles? Oh, fuck, I remember. Oh, thanks, Dan. I'm glad. I'm sorry I dropped my combos as Black Mage. I just had to keep track of everything, but let me unmute myself in the call and we can chat about it. Alright, fellas. Hey there.
Oh, that was so fucking... You did so good, dude.
Oh, thanks, Con. I'm glad.
Like the moment you deafened, I was like, dude, that final instance as Black Mage of Xenos is gonna be hell.
Only went down twice.
Yeah. No. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah, the whole time me and Connor were like, oh my god, he's doing it.
He's doing the fight. He's learning the mechanic.
He's doing the whole thing. He's doing his combos too. What
Remember
the fuck?
When Joe was just baby. Now look at him.
Look at me
Baby
now.
He's learning. He could do the mechanics. He don't need us to tell him what to do.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh god, worst girl. Wait, no, hold up. No, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. It's not Lise. Yeah.
It's a bouncy girl.
Yeah.
At least it's not Lise.
At least it's not Lise. I'm a good gamer. You're right, Eddie. I accept. No, I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad I put on an entertaining show, fellas.
It was a very good fight.
I'm proud. Now we're seeing all the characters that are dead / not good anymore.
Oh, remember Papa John?
I remember Papa John. I miss him.
Me neither.
I saw a funny meme that was like, who's the sloppy guy? I forgot his name.
Sloppy.
Albert? Yeah, he's like, or someone posted a meme that's like, he unironically saved the whole world by doing the awful things he did.
He did.
Because Papa Limo's staff is like the thing that saves you in that one dungeon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's wild. Sloppy.
Sloppy.
Sid. I should have done the Omega stuff because apparently Omega shows up. Yeah.
Me and Kyle noticed that. We were like, wait, isn't Omega supposed to be there?
Fuck! I'll watch it. I'll watch it another
next time. He's also got the 2 extra dungeons. He's probably gonna need to do those first because you need to be item level, I think, 565 before you can do Pandemonium.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Or you could just wait until Tuesday when the new gear comes out.
Oh yeah, then I can craft you a set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll wait till Tuesday then. I can't turn down... Oh, there's Gaius.
I mean, you just don't unlock the new dungeons because they're fun.
Yeah, I'll unlock the
the
new
music
dungeons.
is really good.
And you can get aphorism, which you can use to get materials to give to me, so I can make stuff.
I am happy. I will never touch crafting for as long as I live. Bottom text. So I will give you whatever materials you need that I can give.
I'm gonna need all your tombstones.
Hand them over. That thing there. What? Your tombstones.
I've already stocked up 2,000, and my wondrous tales stocked up.
Prepped. Ready.
You look at the anchor when he was a baby.
God, when he was a ninja, he was so smug.
When he was horny on main.
All the time. He was so horny all the time, and then he got possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that
Character
goes.
development just got possessed.
I mean, he realized that you should start wearing protection, or else you get possessed. Let this be a lesson, kids.
Now La Habrea is possessing a sword.
Yeah, it's funny how that is. The sword's still around too. Is the funny thing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
never really wrapped that up, did we? La Habrea slid inside a sword somewhere.
Oh, look, it's Varys.
Oh yeah, remember when we thought he was gonna get a trial? Oh,
He did.
No, wait, no, he didn't. He got a dungeon.
Hey, oh, that's right. You got a dungeon. You got a dungeon. God. When I saw that guy, I was like, I'm not fighting him straight up. Something else is gonna happen. He's not as strong as his son.
Nope.
And he wasn't. His son, Xenos lovers fucking drank deep. Oh, there's
Xenos and Ascian lovers drank deep.
Yeah.
Xenos lovers drank deep, but also the people that don't like him didn't have to deal with him that much.
It's true. They got to kick his ass too. It was cathartic.
Everyone was happy.
Urianger mourning over. Oh wait, no, just getting picked up by Mooney. Not mourning. His look of pain. Yeah, what's up?
I played War so long ago, and I skipped all those cutscenes, so I never even knew who she was.
Oh.
I stopped the moment I saw her because I thought she was pretty.
It's fair. There's Midgar Somer, Iddy's favorite.
Midgard Somer, the OG troll.
Thank God he's still alive in your timeline.
Fucking...
Spoilers!
Steals your blessing of light, walks away.
That's my favorite comic. I have taken away your blessing. Now let me turn myself into a cute portable dragon. Why don't you just grab him by his cute tiny dragon neck and say, "Screw that! And give me the blessing back."
When do we get it back? When we square up.
Isn't it weird? Because like the Hydralance blessing wasn't really a thing. It was Dynamis.
Yeah, it was literally the Traveler's Ward. It was her magic. It was magic specific to the role of Azum.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We also possibly are the reincarnated version / shard of Azum's soul.
Yep, that's why we never saw them.
Because we are.
We are them. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or a part of them. With all the other Warriors of Light having a shard of their soul as well. That's right.
I'm sad.
Even Hildebrand. Yes?
I'm sad we never got to talk to Ardbert this expansion. He was the only one from like all the past people that we just did not acknowledge.
Yeah, we kind of just... Alamingo had more, and that's always a bad feeling.
Yeah, even Ilbert, for funk's sake. Even Cape Westwind himself.
That was shocking! That fucking shook me.
Yeah.
When he fucking showed up again, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Cape Westwind Savage returns.
Every time I get that trial, I just spam in chat, get his ass, boys. Oh! I love that trial.
What are you doing?
Xenos' real punishment. What is it, Innie? What's his real punishment?
Being dead?
Is now that he's in the afterlife with Asahi.
No.
Oh no!
I didn't even think about that. He's trying to draw a comic of that right now.
No.
Xenos like dies and then Asahi's just fanboying like crazy.
Stuck to him. I take it back, Amon. You can dick around. I'm gonna go simp.
Suddenly death seems too cruel a punishment for Xenos.
The first panel was Asahi like spanking Amon, and then he sees Xenos. He's like, "Oh my god,
Hi, champ!"
Hey, Estinian, back when he was emo.
yeah.
Oh, I remember him. I kicked you off a cliff.
Good times. He deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved it. He got better though.
Yeah.
He did. Took him a long time though. I didn't trust him. I didn't like him until legitimately midway through Shadowbringers.
It's true. To be honest though, Dan, thinking about Arbor, like he's gone. His story was over in Shadowbringer. He's back in the live stream now.
He's part of us now.
Oh, yeah, when you say it like that, we kind of have like a Sora situation going on.
Oh, it's kind of weird. I don't like to do that.
How many dudes?
Every time ERPs.
Oh no! Every ERP session is an orgy. God. It's fucked up.
Dude, the artist Cupcake, she draws so much. She draws a lot of stuff like that. Like,
oh no,
her character's doing the rumpy pumpy, and then either Ardbert like watching next to it, like no, or Frey from the Dark Knight thing, just being like, I hope whatever you're doing's worth it.
And now they have the fiend attached to their soul too.
Who?
With the Reaper.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Friend. Oh, there's King Thornton.
I remember him.
I liked him.
I liked him too.
He was okay. He didn't get to come back. Like, we never mentioned him again.
I gotta say, it would have been kind of fucked up if the Ishgarians were like, and here's our primal.
Thornton.
To me, my knights. And he's back at it now. Ooh, no.
But still, how cool would it have been if like Knights of the Round was a thing that happened?
Man, that would have been cool. I would have liked that. I wish they had more time. Knights of the Round are a really cool summon, but I get it. Shiva showing up with the Amon fight was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
It's like, where are the ice walls?
I remember that.
I kind of wish he...
Chris.
You know what?
What's up?
I didn't even think about the fact that she was dead, and that's why she showed up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny
how
how that
did I not
is.
like
That's
Oh,
true,
fuck,
because we, of all the important characters that showed up, Yzael never popped up during that.
No.
Except in Shiva form.
Yeah.
Unless Yzael isn't dead.
Oh, there's the jobbers from the first.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck.
That Lalafeld needs to be like 10 feet further away.
Really low Arbor.
I still remember back when I played that part of the main story, and I was like, this is so stupid. And then it ended up being like a really important plot point.
Surprise! Man, you know, Dan, couldn't you say that's what happened with like all of the content?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where like everything's just like, this is dumb.
Who the fuck is this?
It's actually, like a mon from the circus chapel.
Yeah!
I was just like, wait, that clown? He's important.
Surprise! He is integral! I was kind of pissed about the memory loss shit though. Like, I thought that was weak storytelling.
From Elpis?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I thought
we
it
were
was...
talking about that today.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that you mentioned it.
Here's this one device that we haven't mentioned at all.
They did mention it earlier on.
I was
Kairos?
supposed to mention it, but I didn't even.
They
think
mentioned
I
it early on. They were like, usually if the creatures go crazy,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
we wipe their memories.
Yes, I
Like,
do
isn't that
remember
kind of a
that.
shady thing to
Run the
do?
creatures.
And it was like, yeah, it's a kind of shady thing, but we only use it on the creatures. Only on the creatures.
Surprise, it works on everybody. Universal override. What the fuck? I thought it was... I'm glad that it wasn't permanent, though, because I gotta say, I appreciated
yes.
Emmett and Hitlodea showing up to help out. I was like, oh yeah, of course.
Wait, how did they get their memories back? I forgot.
Because they died.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they mentioned, like, in the story, Papa Limo, if someone dies, their memories are restored from getting it burned away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's.
Can you imagine?
What's up?
Can you imagine how stupid Emmett Silt must have felt when he died? He's like,
I know.
oh,
It's like,
fuck.
wait, shit.
He cringing for hours.
Yeah, I bet. Doesn't he like bring something up about that? Like, oh,
Yeah, he's like, he does.
Probably what was all rushing into his head when he was, saying his trademark, remember that we once lived. He was like, oh no.
He you know what? He cringed so hard is that he killed himself directly afterwards. He's like, I'm not gonna live through Heidelin's magic. Goodbye. I hope we don't meet again. What's up?
When you go to Elpis and you're telling Emmett Suck about the things he does, like later on in the future.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "There's no
way. And he's gonna fucking.
He's like, fake news. I'm not believing you.
All right, clown. We'll see how it is.
When you remember this, when you die, you are going to feel so stupid.
Put on your fucking clown nose. God.
Poor Dola.
Oh, what a bad character.
And so, like, just straight up, literally handing her own people to the Nazis, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I so totally wanted to like Fordola as a character, and her redemption, and everything, and her appearance in the healer role quests.
They made her. Oh
no,
hero.
No.
Oh, I'm never gonna do that.
The healer role quest. I started watching the cutscenes there too, and you know
God.
what? I couldn't do it. Like,
there
no,
she is.
I give up. Fordola is a catastrophe.
Miss Dom Hime Princess.
Oh heck yes! Speaking of good characters,
Gosetsu got stepped on, and he's like, "Okay, I'm into it.
I'm into it. I'm down with it."
Down bad.
There's Sadu.
Yay!
Literally the best part of that whole scenario.
Yep.
Because everything was so fucking far apart. I hated it. I hated it so much. Sadu literally saying, if you find any wives, I'm gonna fuck them before you, to Mr. Little Sun. Insanity. I lost it. That was so mean of her.
It's just been decided. Sadu is going to ruin Magnai's dreams, and Magnai will be the butt of every joke whenever they appear. I love it.
Dude didn't even get any voiced lines.
Yeah,
he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't get a single voiced line.
He didn't. He did not get a single voice line the entire thing. Not even in the fucking instance duties.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was paying attention to that shit. Sadu got plenty.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought Magnai did, but I guess not.
No, everyone just
they
loves...
realized who the more important character was.
Everyone loves Sadu. Bottom
yeah.
Not even... Wait, I'm pretty sure he talked... Wait, maybe not. When they were all gathering in Girabania?
He doesn't.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he definitely talked. He didn't have any actual, like, voice-acted lines.
Yep.
I thought that entire cutscene was voice-acted.
No.
Girabania.
With
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, that was... Only Sado said things during that part when it was voice-acted.
Oh, wow.
It's fucked up. It was only the two main lead girls, and then Magnai just sat in the background. That's what he gets.
Magnai doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't do shit. He's just misogynistic, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just on Tinder.
Y'shtola straight up like, I'm just gonna start traveling to different shards, and I'm like, I respect that. God, it's fucking Asahi.
That was so fucking funny. I love that part.
Just seeing him come back. I didn't fucking expect it. Yeah?
Well, like, it was funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's like, hey Asahi, thanks for finishing him off, dude. Don't talk to me, I will kill you and your friends.
Don't look at me. Calling me a savage, I hope you get reborn as a bug.
I felt so bad for Kosuyu.
Yeah.
In that section where she was actually okay.
When she had her amnesia. Yeah.
She was such a nice person.
And then, as soon as she got her memory back, she threw it all away to try to rule over fucking Kugane.
I thought she just wanted to kill Asahi.
Yeah.
And her family.
No! As soon as she became a primal, she wanted to rule the lands.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I thought she was just like angry at Asahi for fucking... Oh wait, no, you're right.
Yep.
Because that's how she was originally.
Yep.
And then when she remembers, she's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What did I do?
Yep. Just immediately. We beat her ass and then she fucking dies.
Yeah.
What a fucking. What's up?
Why wasn't she in the Aether Stream dungeon?
She's
Well,
vibing. She's chilling. She doesn't need to show up. She's happy
She would
with
have been.
non-existence.
Yeah, I think she would have just been angry like how she always was.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ilberd was also just angry.
It's true.
Did Albert show up? I don't remember.
I mean, like, when
She turned into a primal. It would have been more of a role in a fight than Shiva helping out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
From a
'Cause,
storytelling
like,
perspective.
Tsuyu, like OG, she's just like always kind of evil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Always just
That
evil.
feeling when Cape Westwind gets to go in, but not you.
It's funny. Listen, he's a meme.
Mm.
People
Yeah.
like Infinite Tsukiyomi, okay? Welcome back, Edie.
Nobody even remembers his name. It's Ritaten Sas Arvina.
God, I didn't remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
get his ass, boys. Hey, bunny
So
girl.
another thing being, Leroy?
Lina.
Lena.
Lena? Yeah, she's nice.
Now we just gotta wait for female Rothgar.
Mm-hmm.
Please, come on. Squeenix, when?
Someone posted like a possible leak of like female Hearthcar from like the art book.
Was it good?
It doesn't look very interesting.
No!
It looks like it looks kind of like just a femoral or an Ellison, but with like a fake cat nose and ears.
That sounds stupid. I
that's not
hate
like-
this. I
It's
hope that's just
essentially-
trolling. Literally, just put the lion head on a buffer female Rogadin body, and literally, you're gonna have to close down sales of your game again.
Right.
Because everyone's gonna be buying Fantasia.
Mm-hmm.
Market's gonna be closed for days. Pool's closed. Too many female Hrothgar.
Big old bitty.
People want it. Squeenix, stop being cowards challenge. Yes. When will they learn? Man, 30 years from now, it's gonna be insane. Because we're gonna see like all the freaks that exist in waiting, boldly just throwing their fetishes into games.
When do we get to be a Lamia race?
It's a good question, Cotton. To be honest, the Lamia in this game look bad.
Yes, they look absolutely horrible.
They look awful. You know what has good Lamia? Final Fantasy Tactics. Advanced.
Connor has to play that game.
I still need to be 12.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. We saved like right before the final boss.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna go fight Yizmat. And then I did.
Why would you do that? That's literally a super boss.
Well, it's
Oh.
because I mean, first of all, it's a Zodiac Age, so you can fast forward.
Okay.
It's super hard.
That's better.
Second of all, it's because of the fact that he's the boss in the Alliance raid. It's really cool.
That's fair. That's fair. I can understand that. It's
the
true.
Empire is a cancer.
I remember that
The
fight.
barber's blade.
Man, how many people just become cool dragons as primals? It's like what? 5?
We haven't.
I don't think we want to go down that road.
I think we do.
It was so funny at the end where it's like, wait, we're gonna summon primals. It's not a bad thing. It's like, oh no, it's only a bad thing because Asians did it with bad intentions.
Yeah. The Asians literally made this as a booby trap to ruin people. But our way is better. I'm like, cool. I want more primals.
You'd think we could have used that like earlier.
If only.
Can you
Someone
summon
make,
me
like,
a Lakshmi to take home?
Oh, that's right. Lakshmi was in that cutscene. I was like, Lakshmi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was really
Lakshmi.
happy.
Yes, let us go into your bosom. Your bosom will power the ship.
It is like summon my Bugsbend right now.
Oh yeah.
Ravana!
Yeah, Ravana.
He needed more voice lines.
What? Yeah, he needed to say something. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed. Like,
Susano
he
got
loved combat
something.
so much, and he didn't get like any fucking lines.
I would have loved to see Ravana fighting. In Infinity. What were you saying, Kyle?
Why didn't they summon... Wait, are the Warring Triad Primals?
Yes, but they don't belong to any race that lives anymore.
Oh, that's right, they're ancient primals.
Yeah, they're ancient primals. The
then-
Elegans conquered them.
If you didn't do the Warring Triad quest line, could you have potentially gone over there, grabbed all the boxes they were stored in, brought them over to the ship? Or better yet, just flown the ship over there and as like a pit stop to refuel.
We had to resummon them, is the thing. I'm sure Sephiroth would want to help out because he was all about the planet, but I'm not too sure about the other two.
I'm sure we could convince them.
I'm just gonna kill him.
We should stick Tiamat in there. Oh wait, no, Tiamat's physical.
No, I don't want to touch Tiamat. Tiamat helped out with scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, she helped out with scales.
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah, she did.
Midgar Summer also helped.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, he said, listen, I know in the Omega one, it seems like Midgar Summer's dead, but he's literally just sleeping.
He's sleeping really hard.
Yeah, no, straight up, like, I don't think they're gonna change that voice line.
No, they didn't. It was the same for us, and it was just like, maybe we'll get to see him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just literally taking a nap. He's
Did
not
he really
gone.
mention
Yeah.
voice coming? I don't remember.
He did, yeah. I remember it too, yeah.
Boom!
It was a very happy moment. It was like, oh my god, he's actually not dead. He's just really, really asleep.
He's
unconscious, like in the floor. And then they're just like, I hate
Just
buddy.
imagine just like asleep on the ground. It sounds like a good idea. Midgard's army wakes up. The first thing is like, yeah, it's okay.
Take my scales, sleeps again.
Just immediately goes back to sleep.
And also, some of the voices of the past that we walked through were not people who were dead.
Those voices weren't supposed to be connected to anyone we knew.
Yeah,
One of them was
the one in Ultima Thule, or
wasn't that Midgar Stormer?
No.
Ah,
It was
okay.
just a voice. It was just a dramatic, deep voice. There were similarities, but they were all supposed to be just like voices from other worlds and other times that believed in
Oh.
us that we had no idea they existed.
That's awesome. Like
Yeah,
Grandpa
it's awesome.
Rest? Yeah, we like Grandpa Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa, savior of the dragon race.
No. Wake Grandpa up. Tell him that we found his old planet and he should go back home and tell them things are chill.
I mean, the thing is though, is that that place is existent only as like memories of the past.
Okay, well then we asked Medion to show us where the actual one is.
Median, I think, is gone.
Medion is gone, that's true.
Yeah,
Wait,
and also,
oh right, she just zipped on out of there.
and also, like she gathered those planets as part of her fucked up nest.
So
They-
Ultima Thule is fucking cool.
It is cool. The reason why Ultima Thule even exists for us to walk on was because of Thancred and everyone else. Bug?
But no. Yeah.
Actually, mole? I think it's mole, not a bug. Kobolds? Are they moles?
Oh yeah. I think they are more like moles because they dig.
Yeah,
tunnels
like
and stuff.
they're like weird moles. Yeah, yeah, moles.
Yeah.
They look fucked up though.
We don't know what
I
Titan's
think
voice
that's
actor sounds like though.
Komolds.
Whoa.
The way they walk makes them seem really light. Like if you were to punt one of them, they'd go really far.
It's fucked up. You're right. I'm pretty sure that model is from the original Final Fantasy XIV, which probably lends credence to a lot of things in this game, though. Something that shocked me is that some of the cutscenes in the original Final Fantasy XIV were really well shot and made. And it's because they had an action director, like a scene director from Final Fantasy XII and also Vagrant Story to work on it. And like, they're really smooth. Like, Y'shtola straight up melts a bullet with like a point blank fireball and then stops someone's axe from swinging at her with her bare fucking hands. Y'shtola in the original Final Fantasy XIV was insane. OP.
I think it was really funny when they showed the 1.0 trailer on YouTube and people were scared that they're making Final Fantasy 14 class.
Please fucking no. No one wants to play
like,
that.
Yoshi P said no, nightmare.
Yeah, we're safe. We're fucking safe. Performance, the Primus. Alright, we're almost done with the
OG
credits.
Fox. There's the guy that was fucking naming all these fates after really stupid puns.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh, this fate's about a woman who lost her child. But since it's called Some Like It Hot, I'm sure it's fine.
This fate is about killing large efts. It's called Swipe Eft.
Terrible. Killing Zodiark was, you know, it's a cool fight, but I was like, wow, we kill Zodiark super fucking early.
I know.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, really? It's like the first trial?
Fucking surprised. Well, it's like, hey, it turns out Zodiark still being in fucking pieces made it really easy. I mean, that's
Daniel.
Fan Daniel.
He couldn't fucking wait for Zodiark to be complete.
Couldn't fucking wait. Well, it all worked out for him.
Yeah.
That nihilistic bitch.
Yeah. He just wanted to kill Zodiark.
So, like, this cutscene after he kills Zodiark and, like, you look at Earth and, like, you hear Median and, like, everything looks all red and, like, scary. I fucking freaked out.
That
was like,
that
what?
was spooky. I was like, what
I thought we did something really bad by killing Zodiark. I was like, what?
Technically, we did.
Yeah.
That was the fact that it was Zodiark's control of ether that prevented the Song of Oblivion in the Dynamis was clever. It was clever.
Okay, you know what? That's it, Bidoof. I'm clipping your fingernails.
Oh no!
You were just too pointy.
Too pointy. Banished for sharp claw crime.
Move your fucking head out of the way. Oh, right, this is Twitch, sorry.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
It's not like TOS. Okay, good night, Dan. Thanks for joining in. Take care. Sleep well.
I'm gonna hit a few more trees and clip this cat's claws, and then I'm out of here.
Alright. I will wish you well as well, Khan.
You gotta keep watching those cutscenes.
I will. I promise. I'm still gonna stream. I'm just gonna hop out of call.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Alright. Here we are. Going through the final credits together. Together. You and I. Friendship. At 4 o'clock in the morning. Together! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Do be like that, yeah. We're almost there! The end! Yep, still a bastard. It was very endearing to see Xenos so happy and fulfilled. Still a bastard, but it was good to see that he had achieved satisfaction and thrill. I think it was a good way to close out his character, because it showed with his question that he posed to us. He wondered if the way if things were different, if he would have turned out like our character. Is this life a gift or a curse? And he thought about it before he passed on. Alas, Medion. Alas. Fulfilled her purpose. All of her sisters dead. Yeah, the whole end singer thing. You know? Singing the Song of Hope. We can finally relax. Except for all those dungeons and raids that we have waiting in the wings. Hermes, whenever you do reincarnate, relax. Take a chill pill. Yeah, you owe your daughter a fucking apology. Woo! I wonder what the end cutscene's gonna look like. This was such a nice time. I'm glad I was able to share with you. And share the ending with whoever else can watch. Woo! I think it was good to capture my genuine reactions to the end. For posterity's sake. I knew Nebu wanted to see, so I'm definitely going to send this to her afterwards. But you, idiot, you saw the whole fucking journey. I'm glad you enjoyed Dorian's story. From your salt to your triumph, it's true. Man, there was a lot of salt. Many tears. That ending got to me. It got to me. Whew. Little trip up with Alice and Alpha Nose. Aw, thanks to all of us! Big smile. Caligo Wood. You're right. My boy! Dorian! Ever the Wanderer. But he's got his friends. Hey! Yo! That's... The Warrior of Light, Dorian Lesavant. Man. That's so good. What a good little piece of art. That's wonderful.
Dearest Mother, Dearest father.
Oh boy.
This letter will be the very last that I write to you from the Rising Stones.
Oh, man. Where it all started.
As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion.
Where it all began. Awaking Saiyans, not the Rising Stones.
From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days.
I can feel you.
At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing,
who was what?
I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades.
Cat?
For, as we have decided,
I don't know.
After careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yeah, I figured. We saved the world! I don't really need to be
There you are,
kicking
Alpha
around
Man.
anymore.
Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there.
Yeah, the band's breaking up. At least the Scions are.
At least, that is what the story will be.
Oh! That's what the story's gonna be. It's so clever. Oh, that's Minfilia's mom! Yeah.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
Which is funny because she's like 28.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
They making her look like an old lady. She's like, she wears hot pants in the first game. In 14.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Yep. No longer the Scions.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Yep. I can finally fucking relax.
Indeed.
Whew.
For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
Hell yeah. It's Minfili's mom. Yep. Figured her name.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Yeah, seriously, I want it to be like a long time.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask.
Thanks, Justinian. Bless you.
I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
Yeah, but you would. You and your stand.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Tataru is a businesswoman.
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super secret organization requires a super secret base of operations.
Plus, we gotta trade in tomestones nearby.
To the rest of the world,
Yeah!
it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan.
Love you, Tataru. You're so
If you
good.
thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
We're gonna be so well financed, it's stupid.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes,
We can all have
Tataru.
one
As do I our
catalyst.
next meeting.
Oh, that's right, I have a date with Burger Cat. Graha. Or Dorian does. I say I, but realize when I say I mean Dorian.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
I can't do the smooth Cajun accent like Dorian can. No matter how far I go, I always got Heidelin in my ear. Oh God, speak with your comrades. Dorian, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to click! Ah! For their parts, however, the Loporrits embark on a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of each other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Heidelin, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. And 'tis Vanar's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance, and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Acquaintance? I'd call it a friendship. You're my friend, Urianger. You shifty man. I did not wish to presume. Urianger? We literally have been saving the world for years now. Together! Aye, I would be honored should they consider me a friend. Oh, you're talking about the Loporrits. Okay, I'm sorry. For 'tis certainly true I've grown fond of their company. Oh. Oh. Oh, I thought this whole time we were just, you know, passing acquaintances. Ariandre, I saved your life. You're right or die at this point. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the signs of the 7th dawn. To mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet, here amongst you, I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. You shifty bastard. Thus instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder cross stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Thanks, Urianger. Alice? Hello, miss. Dorian, seen your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north in Garlemald and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlene too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming around, but these localized crises should well be within the capabilities of each nation to handle. To handle on their own. The science are no longer needed. Which isn't to say we won't help out where we can, of course, as individuals. No more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected, and they still need all the help they can get. You know. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. I'll curse my weakness. My inability to fix every problem and save every soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph, and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember, too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. Think you can keep up with me? You asked for it, so you had better watch out. Oh, yes. Sassy man. The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. You're probably going to be taller if you give it another 8 years. Late-growing freaking fuckos. I tells ya. Elzen are a weird race. Bunch of weirdos. Saplings. Oh, Dorian. Pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been, tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, it would shake Dorian. He's been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I shall endeavor to write as soon as I'm able. You know they're gonna be a basketball player when they grow up? Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking huge. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alice and I are off to offer assistance with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertain remains over what shall become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. Rejoin with those members of the Isabard contingent still stationed there. Lucian Maxima hemmed the efforts with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus' words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them begin anew. I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad I would be of your visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Erosia, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None can possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet, no matter what the future brings, I hope I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and a dear friend both. Aw. Thank you, Dorian, from the bottom of my heart. Cry. Oh, Dorian, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? Can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you an Ultima Thule. Literally, you have nothing to apologize for. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing that came to his mind. That shit was hype. That shit was cash. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that, if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out. You did the right thing. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. He would never say that. You did the right thing. What a shot. It's a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much used in battle, nor could I face the Forum without my nerves getting the better of me. I always fell to you and the others. I will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Valdician. Through our work, Charlene will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. And of course, this isn't something I accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help from in Raha and Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together we will continue Grandfather's work. Galof. Or Galof, there we go. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel the allure for the task itself. Of course Dorian's up for it. Ever the Wanderer. Everyone's got their goals! Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until such a day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Thanks, Crod. Alright, we got some more folks to talk to. Hey. Bane cred. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. Ahem, that sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried that yours and the rest of you... I was worried about yours and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed at how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Medion defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all of her reflections delivered from the final days. Had you faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Rhine has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. Or Rin. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I'd appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world stage. Yeah, Thancred is a human! This whole time, Eddie! He was a human this whole time! Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I'm faring well and leave it at that, eh? This whole time. It's the white hair, you see. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out in the space, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the scions came together, I only hoped for Menphilia to find a place where she belonged. But never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Dorian. I have a question for you, and I imagine Menphilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. Aye, I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny talking fortune teller in the bargain. Hee hee. Hoo hoo. Alright, Estinian, let's chit chat, you and I. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. Wait, I thought you adventurers had any number of ways to earn coin. I thought the Scions mode of operation has... And though the Scions mode of operation has changed, we should still be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear of our disbandment did he offer me a position as guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. What does he take me for? Even if I was meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment. And have! Some days ago, a Hannish envoy arrived with word from Vitra, The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He did not deign to mention why I was needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnir, like elsewhere, phenomena caused by this final days abated when you defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Charlian, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlian if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap. In truth, it's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary were they of suffering the suffering it wrought, they suffered to oblivion. But Magar Sormer didn't give up. In hope, he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times where they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might have never learned had I not joined you. Should you ever need me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity-earned coin. That was pretty sweet of you, Asinian. No word of a lie. You stole her? Hello, miss. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't, at premise, planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I'm averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. The Gestoller the Writer. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked the idea of binding the subject of my studies in book or tablet. Sign her book. Sign. Truth is given shape and interpretation, and we seek to capture it with our words is inevitably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity. Yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of simple linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its original. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet, even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do, of course, realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. What say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Aye, let them be read and remembered. Very well then, I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea. and the ancients, and so many other wonders. I'm no scribe. It'll be less a polished work and more of a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I'm at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. And now it's time for Burger Cat. Oh, Dorian, might you have a moment to talk? Science Cat 2! With the science stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. Pursue. After speaking with Kryl, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldissian. As I've heard, not only am I indebted to Master Galoff for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never became caretaker of the tower, never have become a scion. We would have never had that raid. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Or onto the unknown. There we go. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I might someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me a greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. I'll hold you to that. Now, kiss. Now, as much as we've already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we'll even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. Is that a hint? God, I hope so. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't impossible to say that some found themselves far from home. Should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner found a new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Thanks, Burger Cat. Now I finish with the Taru. Spoken your fill, have you? So I'm thinking to send everyone off. Leave the Rising Stones. With your permission, then. Your attention, please, at the risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. How did he become known to be his Burger Cat? There was a picture of him eating a very big burger with a big old smile on his face. So I just started calling him Burger Cat. Wow, look at that. Argos's horn, wind up, Herois. Come on, you know who this hero is. Hero is. You know. It's Fana. Here we go. Man. Everyone's leaving.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlia before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loperids. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge his plans.
Ah, they're looking to me then. No.
Quite right.
Indeed. Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
He hasn't thought about this. Or has he? Well, you know... Thanks, Medion. Welcome to your new home. Finn. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
Is that Asm? Oh my god.
And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Oh, yeah, the raid Pandemonium.
Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
We're going to Aetherius Hell for Pandemonium. That's gonna be crazy. You've now completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have become available in Old Charlian. Additionally, you may enter the dead ends with a party of NPC avatars. Rest well, champion of Aetherius, for many, many more adventures await you. Man. Man, oh man. Oh boy. Oh, there's one place I want to go before I end the stream for the night. I believe I will pray return to such a location. It's been a hot minute though. It's been a hot minute. Let's see, which was it? I believe it was Horizon. What a ride indeed. You know what? No, I'm gonna run normally. What you looking for? Well, you've never seen this place. But back when I first started this game, when I was in the Realm Reborn, I would always have to pray return to the Waking Sands. And I would have to run all the way across the map from that little teleportation point. I would run all the way through the footfalls. Past the midge swarms and the arbor buzzards through this silly little swampy area. And through this tunnel. To Vesper Bay. And then I would go down here till right here to the Waking Sands. This is where all requests would be for the Scions. You would go inside this little door to enter the Waking Sands. They always say, pray return to the Waking Sands for your next mission. And then I would go into the Solar, and I would get briefed on my next mission from Minfilia. And all the other Scions would have their little chit-chats and the like, and... well, everyone's gone from the Solar, but... doesn't mean I have to. So I pray return to the Waking Sands one last time. To say goodnight. And the end. Well, Need to adjust this a little bit. There we go, for the sake of picture. There we go. And now we can say good night and goodbye. Claps. We did it! Good night, Edie. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later. And goodbye, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Endwalker. Take care and be well for this wonderful new year.